Hey, so it's January 21st, it's 13 degrees, I'm headed to work at Amazon for what I expect is probably one of the last times, because next week I'm fully expecting that myself and probably my entire team is going to be laid off in a very large layoff that is planned. So in this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about how I got here in the first place. I'll talk to you a little bit about what I'm doing to prepare for that, and I'll tell you why I'm not actually super stressed about that. But first, let me get to the office. All right, so now that I'm at the office, I want to tell you a little more about how I actually got here. So I graduated college in 2022, and when I did, I moved out to Northern Virginia, pretty close to Washington, DC, to start a job at a company called MITRE. You'll actually see their logo on some of my stuff because they gave me a bunch of free merch when I worked there. MITRE is a research company for the government, nonprofit, and I was doing cybersecurity research there. Pretty safe, steady job, at least I thought. And it was so safe and steady, I actually began my master's degree while I was there because they were largely paying for it. And I figured I'd be there for a pretty long time. It turns out I wasn't there for a very long time because when the administration changed in early 2025, there were a lot of layoffs happening. And MITRE, being sort of expensive research, was getting hit pretty darn hard. So I started looking for other jobs to move to. I was pretty lucky to find a position at Amazon Web Services, which also has an office out here in Northern Virginia. So this is my office right over here. And I applied, I got the job, and sort of knowing that I was about to be laid off at MITRE, I took that job. It did mean I had to repay that entire master's degree, which was $36,000, which definitely hurt. I wasn't very happy about that, but I didn't know exactly when I was going to be laid off. I felt like I had to take the Amazon position, and the Amazon position came with a pretty large raise. So I knew that that master's degree would really pay itself off within a year if I took the Amazon job. Here at Amazon, I'm what they call a TPM, a technical project manager. I work in their security operations here. Basically, big security risks that are hard to fix. That's what I help make sure actually get fixed. But here's the problem. Today, it's January 21st, and next week, I expect there will be a large layoff. Maybe it'll be the week after, we'll see. They laid off around 14,000 people in October, and sort of the word on the street is that it'll be somewhere between 18 to 30,000 people over the next couple of weeks. And I highly suspect that my team is going to be one of them. So I want to talk to you about what I'm doing to prepare, but I need to go to work first. So I'll catch up with you after work. I'll talk about that and why I'm not super stressed about this layoff, even if I'm kind of annoyed. All right, so I'm headed back from work, took a break from biking so I could chat with you a little bit. I want to tell you what I'm doing to prepare for a possible layoff. And the honest truth is not very much, but here's what I've done so far. One, I reached out to a bunch of people for my last company. So one benefit of being at a company before this, where there were a bunch of layoffs, is that I now know a bunch of people who are at pretty good companies. So hopefully I'll have some good referrals to other companies I want to work for. That was number one. Number two, I checked my lease. I moved for this new job so that I can stay biking. And that means I've only been here 6 months, which means I might have to break my lease, which would be really annoying. And then number three, I will start stashing a little bit of cash just in case I don't find a new job super quickly. But I really don't have to make huge changes here. For me, I already keep a few $1,000s on hand, and I feel very comfortable as long as I have around $10,000. So that should be pretty easy. Basically, I just won't invest my next paycheck. I'll keep it on hand, and it should be no problem. So I am taking this pretty seriously. I really do think I am going to be laid off, but I'm not super stressed about this. So let me tell you why. The most important reason I'm not super stressed is because I live very, very frugally. So as you can see, I bike to work, even on days where it is pretty cold. It was 13 degrees this morning. It's much warmer right now, but it's still around freezing. Still biking to work. I do that primarily so I can save money. I don't even own a car. I save thousands of dollars every year by that. I also, you'll see in the back of my bicycle cage, that is a lunchbox. I never eat out at work because it's crazy expensive. I always pack my own lunch, save a lot of money there too. Last year, I did the numbers on this relatively recently. I spent well under Virginia minimum wage. I spend a little under $18,000 per year. I make a lot more than that. So, or I have been until I get laid off. That means that one, I'm able to save most of my income and I have a fair amount in savings already. Number two, it means I really don't need that much saved in order to cover a long period of my expenses, which I like. Now, I actually did not get into being a super frugal person because of being worried about layoffs. I actually got into this because I really wanted to reach financial freedom as fast as possible. I got super into the early retirement movement when I was a teenager, so I want to live on as little as possible, save as much as possible, retire early maybe, or at least give myself that option. But a beneficial side effect of that is that I've effectively removed all stress about losing my job, because at this point, I'm already a few years into my career. I've already saved many times my annual living expenses, so I've got plenty of time before I'd ever have to worry about actually running out of money. I should definitely be able to find a new job before that really becomes a concern. So, very nice side effect of being a frugal person. By the way, helping other people save more money and become a little more frugal without hating their lives is sort of what I help people with now. If you would like to join my free community, there's a link in the description. I would love to help you out. But either way, this frugality really means I never have to be stressed about money. It might slow down my journey to financial freedom, which would suck. That would be lame and annoying. But I'm not in the same position as a lot of other people where I don't have to be worried about paying my rent or anything like that. So that's great. I will say though, I do not think that this is being taken as seriously as it should be, because the reason that Amazon is doing these layoffs right now is because they're trying very hard to replace as many people as possible with AI. And they're trying to shrink their staff while still becoming more and more profitable, increasing their revenue, become super, super valuable with less people. This is happening big in the tech industry right now. A lot of companies are doing this, but I think this will hit other industries in the future. The reason I'm really concerned about that is I have met a lot of people who are happy to work a traditional career. Remember, I was trying to look to retire early, so I was only ever planning on like a 10-year career. But I've met a lot of people who say, well, I'm happy with working a traditional career. I'll work 45 years, I'll retire at 65 just like everybody else. That's fine by me. And that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that plan, except I think AI might really disrupt that for a lot of people. And at this point, I am trying really, really hard to save as much as I can now, because I don't know what jobs are going to exist in the future. And even though I studied computer science, I studied AI, I was an AI researcher at my last company, I'm still really worried that the type of work that I do and the type of work that a lot of other people do is not necessarily going to be around. And I think people counting on being able to find a traditional job for a 45-year career, that might not happen. Even if it does happen, they might have to deal with a lot of layoffs. This is my second time being laid off in pretty much 6 months. That's a really big deal. Saving is one way that I can massively reduce the risk of that, because I've given myself the freedom and the security so that I can sleep easy even when these layoffs happen. I know a lot of people do not have the same level of security that I do right now. So I hope that more and more people take this seriously. Anyway, there are a few more reasons I'm not super stressed about losing my job, but it's getting really windy here. Hopefully it's not picking up on the mic too much. Let me just get back home. I'll talk to you then. Okay, so I'm back home now. One more reason that I am not super stressed if I do get laid off next week is I believe if I get laid off, I get 90 days of pay, in which time I can also look across Amazon for other positions. Now, I get paid a pretty good income with Amazon, so after taxes and all the deductions, each month of pay, and I get paid monthly, is about $10,000. So 90 days, that gives me about $30,000 to work with. If you've seen my latest video on my year-end expenses, you know that's a little more than 18 months of expenses for me. So that's a pretty good position to be in. Just those next 90 days will give me plenty of time to save up whatever I need to give myself a good buffer. And if I can't find a new job in 18 months, we have a problem. Hopefully, I really want to find a job in those 90 days. And I think that's definitely doable. I have a pretty good resume. I've got a master's degree. I've got some good experience at a couple of companies. But it is a tough job market right now. So I don't really know what's out there. I don't want to settle for something I'm not pretty interested in. We will see. No matter what, there's a very high probability that I will have to take a pay cut unless I can find another position in Amazon. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. There's also a couple other options which I am considering, or at least are sort of as a good backup plan if I don't find something else quickly. But I'll talk more about what some of those options are in a future video if I do get laid off. And I'll sort of go through my whole decision plan depending on different scenarios. But anyway, the big thing I really hope you take away from this video is that my life is a lot less stressful because I live frugally. That means I need very little to survive for a long time, and it means I get to save way more money. So sort of that double whammy makes me in a pretty good position. And I know that there are a ton of people, even people with very high incomes like me, who are not in that position. And if they suddenly realized that they were probably going to be laid off the next week, they would be very stressed right now. So the most important thing that you can do right now is to make a plan, because this is not something that gets better the less you think about it. You cannot ignore these problems. They're not going to resolve themselves. I would really highly encourage you to sit down, ask yourself the honest question, what would I do if I went to work tomorrow and I got laid off? And the sooner you ask yourself that question and start building that plan, the better. Because saving up a buffer for that layoff, that's not something you can do overnight. This is really something that you have to start planning for in advance. And again, last year, I thought I was at a super safe job. I wasn't even thinking about layoffs. And then all of a sudden, it came up super quickly. I was just very lucky that I happened to have a lot of savings because I was saving for a different goal. This is really something you need to take seriously now because you do not know when this is going to sneak up on you. And if you need some help saving, I would highly recommend you join my community. There is a free tier, so it doesn't have to cost you anything. There's hundreds of people in there all trying to save more money. That's the place you want to be if you're trying to save more money. And if you would like to see how I spend so little, I would also highly recommend you watch this video right here. In that video, I break down my annual expenses so you can see exactly how I spend so little. So I'll keep you updated and I'll see you next time.